or YouTube to get ready. What is going on, guys? How's it going today? Welcome back to another live flipping session. Guys, okay, we have made a mistake, okay? And I do need to admit to it before we start the stream, all right? So, you might be curious, okay? So you're looking at the screen here, right? And you see that I've got 4 volatile orbs that I'm trying to sell back on the exchange. Now, you know, I may have bought them for a lot higher than they currently are trading, and I might be a fellow member of the hashtag bag holder gang because we are currently waiting to sell these back at a higher price, and honestly, I don't think that's going to come anytime soon. It's probably going to take about 2 weeks to get these things off for a decent price, and actually not lose a bunch of money on them, because currently I'm down about 60, 70 mil total, and we could definitely be down about, I would say, 150 mil at one point during this bag hold. So we got to be very careful in the way that we do this. And welcome everybody, by the way. We'll definitely get to talking about the mistake that I've made and ways that you can actually avoid it in the future. Honestly, I wouldn't be in this situation if I wasn't making video content, but because I am, we unfortunately are here. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But before we do, guys, let me get into the flips first today, because obviously flips first, right? So anyway, the twisted bow margins right now are actually looking incredible, and unfortunately we are going to try to flip it at least once, but it's not really an item I'm going to rip that consistently today just because it is so expensive, right? I am seeing a lot of great margins out today. Like, the markets look incredible across all these items, so I do want to actually go ahead and flip, of course. I mean, I think today is the best looking day that I've seen on the Grand Exchange for about 3 months. I mean, I'm looking at margins right now and everything is plentiful. I could be completely wrong. It could be a complete misread, but what I'm looking at right now, things are looking really nice. So anyway, we'll go ahead and try to do our best to actually flip some margins here. Welcome everybody to the live stream today. I hope you guys are doing well, and we're already going to adjust the price on the twisted bow because I'm looking at it right now, and the twisted bow is actually trading for a lot higher than this buy margin is currently listed at. So let's actually go ahead and move that around a little bit. That looks about good. We'll let that do its thing there, and we just got a Grazi as well. Welcome, everybody. Hunter says, feels bad, man. I know, dude. It really sucks. We also have Kluska saying, what was your thought process with the orbs? I'll get to that in a second. Fishies Galore saying, yo, good to see you, Fishies. Jake also saying, oh, no. Yeah, it is a very tough situation, Jake. But thank you for watching today, man. We have the Wittiest saying, yo, long time no see. Yeah, Fishy, man. It's been a minute. Welcome back, man. Glad to have you. You've got a lot of items you're holding. Oh, dude, I am holding way too much stuff right now. And let's actually get into that, man. Let's actually get into all the mistakes here and what my issue is right now with my bag holding situation, and why it's actually a very bad thing that we are bag holding the amount we are. Not even bag holding necessarily, but like, I have an investment that I'm working on right now that I've been holding for a while. I also have too many items I'm holding, so we'll get into everything today just in a minute here. I do want to make sure we are flipping and making some money, because we could potentially be seeing some quite big losses here soon, potentially. I mean, who knows? But these could be the biggest losses I've ever had in my flipping career. They're definitely shaping out to be very close to the biggest losses I've ever had. So it is a little bit stressful, and the thing that makes me the most upset about it is I can't do these flipping live streams as efficiently, as successfully, or in the way that I'd like to with the current, these current items I'm holding. So we'll get into it in a minute. Anyway, Escape, I'm 125 combat with 60 mil cash and 300 mil gear. I'm bored of Slayer and bossing. Do you think I should sell my gear and use a 360 mil cash stack to merch and just skill on the side? It's a good question. It really depends. I mean, like, if you've got 300 mil in gear, you're gonna have to make at least 25 mil in case the market starts recovering to actually cover that price. So I would personally say no. You should probably just skill with the amount you have currently and try to work on your current cash stack. And you could sell your gear, but you're going to be selling at a low, honestly, over the scheme of RuneScape, and it's probably not worth it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into why I've been bag holding this stuff, the mistakes that I actually made, and why this is happening. So yeah, Kluska, man, we're going to get into it right now, dude. I love the questions. So basically, I saw that the volatile orb was originally, here's the first mistake, right? Here's the first mistake. Originally, these two original volatile orbs that I have listed, these were an overnight flip that I was trying to sell back the next day. Now, because I was actually trying to do this flip for a video, by the way, that video came out today. Please go watch it, guys. It's doing quite bad from a viewer perspective, so I don't know if it got pushed to you guys or whatnot, but definitely go check out the new video. It's a new series I'm doing. Would definitely be appreciated if you go check that out. But anyway, so I bought them during the video as an overnight flip, right? And I listed them to sell back while I was at work, thinking like, oh yeah, these will probably sell without too much issue. Of course, they didn't sell, and they actually started trading way down throughout the day. They actually crashed about 10 mil. So I'm thinking, okay, well, if they're down another 10 mil, like, this is pretty irregular. Like, I was looking at the graph, I'm like, this is irregular, you know, it's right at support here, a down 10 mil, so, oh my, wow, good start to the episode here, though. Anyway, we did get a twisted bow off here for quite a good margin, so we're going to try to do that same exact margin again, I think. But anyway, so I'm all over the place today, guys. So the volatile orbs, so I bought more volatile orbs, trying to average in, because I was like, let me actually average into this flip to show you guys on an episode of Flipping with Scapenomics. That's a new series. I wanted to show you guys how to average into a flip. Now, of course, I buy more and the item crashes an additional like 15 mil. So now I'm currently down about 25 mil on each volatile orb up here, and I'm down about 15 mil on these two down here. So I'm really in the hole, and I'm way too over leveraged on the volatile orbs. Now, the Justiciar armor sets, similar situation, was supposed to be an overnight, completely misread it, and just got super unlucky. It basically crashed 3 mil on me overnight per set, and I'm down about 15 mil on that. But that's not really, I'm not really as concerned about the Justiciar armor sets, because that's honestly just bad luck. The volatile orbs, though, I definitely misplayed it a little bit. I should have been more consistent about selling the next day, even if it was for a loss, and booking a small loss compared to bag holding 4 of them now, and having no money to do these flipping live streams with. It's actually very frustrating, and it's something that I hate. So anyway, it is what it is. We made a mistake, man, and you know what? We're gonna get through it. We'll get past it. It's all about making mistakes, learning from your mistakes, and it was just you know, the problem is when I'm making videos, the stuff I try to do in the video doesn't always match up to like what the best method should be, because I'm trying to sell it during the video so I can have a clip. Gyroscope with the T1 sub, with the resub. He's actually been subbed for 4 months. Gyroscope, thank you, man. He says, rip on the oranges. Hopefully they come back around for you. Dude, here's the thing. Like, I'm not even upset with booking. Like, look, I'll literally sell these right now and book the 60, 80 mil loss, whatever it is. It doesn't really bother me. What bothers me is I'm making a video and I don't want to sell them for a loss in the video and then book that on the series and then be negative at the start of the series. Like, I'd rather not do that. So I think I'm just going to hold them longer. Again, my prediction is about 2 weeks. This could be way longer than that, and I could even sell them in the future for a much larger loss, but I'm just not ready to let go of them right now. But anyway, that was a lot of ranting, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit depressed because it doesn't give me as much money to flip with on these live streams, which is a little bit sad. What are some good budget items to flip with 1 mil? Hunter, you shouldn't really be flipping with 1 mil at all. It's really not enough money to flip anything. But if you really wanted to try, you can flip some like blood runes or something, man. Hunter says, bank value is about 270 mil at the moment. Turns 60 mil cash into 110 mil cash. Dude, that's amazing, dude. Ryan says, what should you do with a really small cash stack? I'm talking like 3 mil. Everything I tried today failed. You shouldn't be focusing on flipping with 3 mil. It's not enough money. My suggestion would be go train your Slayer, get your Slayer up, and get a more consistent moneymaker for your current cash stack. I found some items that made me insane money and got lucky on one overnight. Whoo, 7 mil overnight. Very nice. Oh, by the way, if you guys watched the new video I came out with, did you see the 20 mil harmonized orb flip that I had? Come on, you got to give me some credit for that flip, okay? That was freaking insane. And that was on one harmonized orb. That was not like multiple orbs. One harmonized orb for 20.7 mil, I think it was, which is really freaking good. That's like a really nice flip. I was looking at that flip, I was like, ooh, no, there's no way this is real. And then sure enough, I sold it and it was real. So we realized that to the cash tag. Gyroscope with, I don't even know what face that is. Is that the PogChamp? Anyway, we'll take it. I've never seen that emoji. Metal Detective says, I bought a Zamorakian Spear at a low price and sold 100 to 150k profit and continued to buy at the lowest price. Anyway, Metal Detective, that's amazing, man. Congrats on that. And now you're going to watch me all depressed on the stream because I'm bag holding a ton of items here. We have BTC giving us a follow over on Twitch. Thank you, BTC, man. Do appreciate it. And I think I just went to cancel this Twisted Bow and I have one. So I don't know if I was misplaying or something right there. I don't know really what happened. Anyway, we're going to sell another Twisted Bow here. Hopefully it sells pretty quickly because I don't want to bag hold any more items, guys, okay? No bag holding today. We're way over leveraged on a lot of this stuff here. And it sucks because here it is just sitting on my stream and like I need cash, man. I don't need items. I need cash. Regardless. We're seeing and look, dude, literally the margins right now are so incredible. Like, I'm so upset we don't have max cash to work with today. Let's see. What would you recommend the bare minimum cash tag to be to start flipping? Ryan, I would say at least 10 mil is a great start. You can start learning with 5, but I personally do not recommend it because it's just not really worth it. You're not going to make enough money to see a significant return. So I'd recommend you try with 10 mil. Kluska says, I see how you found yourself in that volatile orb situation. I fear that every time I do an overnight, he says. Had one the other day. I bought Inquisitor Mace for 646 overnight, woke up 630 mil. Well, here's the thing. Like, if you're buying in at what you believe to be a resistance price on an overnight flip, then sometimes you can wait a little bit longer and ride it out. Now, that was not really the case that I ended up in the volatile orb, like when I ended up with the volatile orbs, but at the same exact time, I didn't really want to sell them for a loss like right away because I want to show people the importance of not always instant selling. Like, there is a lot of I try to put a lot of emphasis behind patience when it comes to flipping, right? You want to be very patient with your trades. That's entering your trades, exiting your trades, whatever it is. Sometimes flipping takes time. I mean, time is basically the currency of flipping, right? Yes, money is too, but every flip is going to take time. So the longer you take, the more money you're going to make. I got a little bit overconfident, I guess. And you know what? I'm paying the price right now. Bag holding items. It is what it is, man. Don't panic sell is a good rule. Yeah, but like, here's the thing is like, yes, not panic, like panic selling is a great rule. Like, don't panic sell. That's an awesome rule. But sometimes you're buying at the top, right? And people start panic selling, right? So now you've got an item and you bought it for 250 mil and now it's trading for 100 mil. So yes, you didn't panic sell, but now you're going to back hold an item for a year and a half. And, it's not going to get back out to your previous high price. It might make a really significant recovery, but you're still going to book a loss. So, yes, don't panic sell, definitely. Anytime you see extreme volatility in the market, it is likely to bounce at some point, but you just don't know when. So that's what makes it a little bit sketchy. And that's why I doubled down, right? Because I was like, well, I was supposed to bounce at 222 mil, but now here we are at 210 mil. I might as well double down, which was a mistake. You should be a little bit more cautious about doing that. Jordan St. Don says, bro, I started watching all your guides 2 days ago. I'm up 11.9 mil in 48 hours from an 80 mil cash stack. You're a beast. Thank you, man. Do appreciate that. Hopefully everything is going well in your flipping journey. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream today, definitely drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Give us a follow over on Twitch. Give us a sub on YouTube. We'd love to have you here on the channel. And you can join us in our flipping Discord if you'd like. There's a link in the description below to that. Let's make some money. Now, like I said, guys, today it's probably going to be a little bit less exciting of a stream because we don't have nearly as much money to work with, getting completely screwed over on a bunch of items here, and honestly, poor flipping management. I'll be honest, poor flipping management. I did a bad job about evaluating risk, and I really like to seek out these situations, but it's hard when I do these live streams because I'm not like, I don't have 5 billion, right? Like, I got like 3 billion and I've already got a lot invested, so it's kind of a sketchy situation. Anyway, we are doing very well today, to be honest. 3.8 mil with half the cash we usually have, so things are going well. Nico Vlog says, how is my favorite esports commentator on this fine day? Nico, man, doing excellent. Thank you for asking, and thanks for the compliment. Always gets my spirits going, man. Kluska says, you see these Theater of Blood items recovering at some point. Seeing Sang at 59 mil and Rapier at 96, I was like, whoa. Yeah, the Rapier is really weird. The Rapier is a very funky one, right? I do see them recovering, definitely. The thing is, like, we need to see a player-based boom before we see any significant recovery. My guess would be leading up to the Nightmare boss, or, like, the new boss, that new Nightmare, like, mode or whatever. We're going to see a little bit of additional hype, and that actually will kick into the Theater of Blood items as well. But then we might stagnate again. We might see the same thing again, because there's no real content in the game right now, and that has a significant effect on item prices. T-Bows are saving you, lol. Yeah, dude, T-Bows are freaking bailing me out, man. Dude, me and the T-Bow, like, we have a strong bond, you know what I mean? It's like, I think the Twisted Bow is my #1 favorite item to flip. I really do. It's like, it's never done me that dirty. It has, you know, it's given me a little bit of a backlash sometimes, but it's never really screwed me. Now, we're also going to go ahead and try to buy a few sides here. I'm hoping we don't buy this for too high. It is possible we are, but we'll see what happens. Everything is dropping because it's summer and COVID restrictions lifting. Not really. Honestly, not really. It's just that people are not playing RuneScape anymore. Like, you had this big COVID boom, right? You had a lot of these, you know, people coming online, COVID, stay at home. A lot of people are playing video games in general, but, I mean, the market's been downtrending for 5-6 months. So I don't think it's restrictions lifting in summers, you know, about everyone's going outside. That's not the case. Lance has amazing margins sometimes. Oh yeah, Lance, Dragon Hunter Crossbow, also 2 really good items. Very high demand items as well. A lot of volume on those. Recrate says, hey, back to watch the world's greatest flipper. I'm not today, man. I mean, shoot. We're back holding a lot of stuff today. We've made a lot of mistakes these past 48 hours in regards to flipping. But you know what? Everyone makes mistakes. It is what it is. We live and we learn. But I want to know how you guys are doing. How have your like flipping? How's the flipping been for you, basically? Like, have you been making a lot of money recently? Have you found that the markets are not really in your favor? Have you been struggling? Let me know in the live chat, guys. Like, I honestly I really want to hear about your progress with flipping and where you think you are succeeding and where you think you are struggling, because you know, today we definitely shared some struggles as far as my own flipping journey goes, and I want to know you know, the ups and downs that you guys have as well. And also, the session time says we've been flipping for 56 minutes, which is not true, so our profit per hour might be a little bit funky. Still waiting to get another scythe here. We'll be very patient in the way that we actually trade those today. I'm seeing a pretty good margin on the Arcane Spirit Shields as well. It actually does look like a real margin too, which is good. We'll get a few of these going. And let me get another item as well. We do have 240 mil left to put into an item. I'm thinking maybe we do some sort of Justiciar piece, but Justiciar is just doing me so dirty. Like, Justiciar is screwing me over, so maybe we don't give it the time of day and we just ignore it. Let's do the Bandos Tacets. That'll be good. Going back to our simple roots today. Flipping the Bandos Tacets. Reminds me of the old days, guys, when I was grinding out that small cash deck. Chowder says, I flipped 24 bucklers after the update announcement, bought for 7 to 7.8 mil and sold for 9 to 9.6 mil. It was a good day. Freaking insane, man. Congratulations on that. Rapiers have had a crazy margin today. They have. I've been staring at it. Mark Baker says, yo, good to see you, Mark. Thank you for tuning in. Kluska says, I'm going to spread the love on your new vid, brother. I really appreciate that, man. Seriously, I really think you guys are going to like the new series, okay? It's going to take you a little bit to get used to. You're not going to be used to it. It's going to be a new style of video and stuff like that. But tune into those. They're really great pieces of content. And it's basically these flipping live streams with more examples in a smaller time frame. So I think you're going to like it a lot more. And also, we actually look at the price graphs on that series as well. So we can talk further about the analysis behind these items. Anyway, we are waiting for a couple things to come through. We are bag holding a lot of items today, which is not great, but it is what it is, guys. And we did actually get a scythe, which is nice. We'll sell that back. Should be a pretty easy trade if I had to guess. And we're also going to sell the Arcane Spirit Shield back as well. Pretty tight margin on that Arcane Spirit Shield compared to what I'm used to. And by the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, definitely drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you have been enjoying it. And the overnight flipping guide, going to work on it today. We're going to do, well, hopefully today. I mean, now I don't know because I've got these freaking volatile orbs and I don't know what to do with them. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But soon, the overnight guide is definitely coming soon. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get as good of a margin as I would have liked on the scythe here. It's still not a bad margin, but we're just not making as much. And the Twisted Bows have just been crushing it. I mean, these past few days, guys, these past few live streams, the Twisted Bow has been the lifeline of our profit, man. Alharith tuning in. He says, yo, what is up? Good to see you, Alharith. I kind of said your name in a funky way, man. Look at how depressing the red timers are. 55 hours. 33 hours. So depressing, man. $12 viewers, 4 likes. Come on, guys. Drop a like for this mega chat. Jordan says, to be honest, you could probably make more on the buy-sell. More just buying and selling the Twisted Bow only. Yeah, we could. The reason I actually rotated out of the Twisted Bow is the margin got a little bit stiff, so I didn't want to stay flipping the Twisted Bow when the margin shrank. Honestly, we had 2 really good flips on it, and that made me happy, so I decided maybe I'd give the Scythe a chance, as the Scythe was showing a little bit larger of a margin. But yeah, we probably could, in theory. Anyway, though, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream today. We did sell the Scythe, which is quite nice. Currently up about 4.5 mil, which is really, really good. 22 minutes into the stream. And keep in mind, we are working with way less cash today. So that is something to keep in mind. I'm shocked that that actually worked out. But okay, happy with that. Maybe the luck is on our side today. It's going to help us make up for these losses that we're very likely to take on the volatile orbs. We're going to, we're going to take a loss on them. I just don't know how big it's going to be. Yeah, just seeing absolutely zero signs of resistance on the volatile orb. Although it's downtrending a little bit slower now, but I think, it's full speed ahead towards the bottom for those. 10 mil stream, Mark Baker, it could be a 10 mil stream. I don't want to get too excited, but it could be. Also, let's try and flip some more of those Grazis. I think the Grazis were having really good margins. Like, we flipped a few of them earlier in the stream, and 770k on 2 Grazis, that's very, very good. We might as well go ahead and flip a few more. We'll do maybe 2 of those. One of the 6 in the likes category. Appreciate that, man. Minus 100 mil stream because orbs and sets. No, it's true, man. It's true. The thing is, like, flipping is such a lifeblood to me, right? Like, it's such a passion that I am very critical of my own mistakes. And it's like the same thing. I mean, and I give myself credit when I make a good flip. And thank you, Trinity, for the follow, man. Do appreciate that. So it's just so ingrained in my blood, man. Like, flipping is why I play RuneScape. So when I make a mistake, obviously I'm upset. When I do good, I give myself credit. So anyway. Volatile is a very niche item. It is only used for PKing, and it's fairly inaccurate based, and barely anyone PKs. So, yes, that is true. That is true. Can't argue with that. But it's usually when valuations on nightmare items go up, obviously the volatile orb will increase with that as well, just from PVM standpoint. But I do understand. I do understand. I'm just really hoping it bounces a little bit. I don't think it is. I think I'm actually going to sell for a larger loss than we could currently sell for. But you might be like wondering, like, why wouldn't you sell it now? Because I'm afraid if it bounces, then I'm going to miss out on that, and I'll even have a bigger fear of that. Also, I do want to hold it for a little bit longer. I do want to hold it for maybe 2 weeks, which is kind of not great, but if I see a good opportunity for me to sell them off, I probably will. I'm thinking the volatile will rebound within the next 2 weeks tops, my prediction. I actually think the same thing, Kluska, and the reason that I'm thinking it is because that nightmare, like, hard mode is going to come out soon. Like, it apparently Jagex thinks it's going to come out soon. So I'm just going to go off Jagex words, and if that, if once that timeline for that update getting released actually gets closer, there is going to be hype on nightmare items. Now, at least I think. And I don't know why there's hype, there always is, but I do believe that will drive the price of the volatile orb. I could be wrong, though. Lindor says, what did you get those volatile orbs for? These two here, I got for 222 mil, so really high up. And then these two down here, I got for 211 mil. So we're currently down about 80 mil, potentially. 60 to, no, it's like more like 80, I think. We're about 80 mil total. And I can't sell them quite yet because I want to make sure that I record the clip for the next Flipping with Scapenomics episode. So I don't want to liquidate them quite yet. And I need to make sure I talk about the whole entire mistake in that episode as well. But yeah, not like this. That's absolutely right, Lindor. Absolutely right. It's a big mistake too. Big mistake. And I'm definitely going to pay the price for it. Luckily, though, I will say, I know I've been very secretive about this investment that I've been holding for a few months, but it's looking good, guys. It's looking very good. I'm actually going to check on it right now. I think it's going to be the best investment I've ever had. It's shaping up to be that way. We're down a little bit on it today, but we're still up a fair bit. I calculated the profit the unrealized profit that I was looking at the other day, and it was about 180 mil, guys. So we're looking pretty nice on that flip. But anyway, PM. Staking stream when 100 mil loss. Nice. Oh no, not like this. Backholing for eternity. Supreme. I'm not gonna say that, but it's not that. It's not that. Which item is this now? I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to share it. I got too much backlash last time I tried to make an investment video, so I can't share the secret this time. Yeah, it is top secret info. Absolutely. Anyway, we're actually not selling off any of these Arcane Spirit Shields, which is a little bit of an issue. So I want to make sure we actually list these a little bit lower, and we'll try to liquidate them for, I don't know, a little bit below what I'd actually like to sell them for, but not a big deal. We'll also sell this Grazi that we got back. Currently, I think we're looking at a 90. I think we bought them like 98 mil, so. Are you in a clan that invests together? No. If you are investing with other players and coordinating with other players to make money in old school RuneScape, that is actually against the in-game rules. So if you are doing that, stop doing it. It's called item manipulation, and you could definitely get banned for it. So be very, very careful. But no, I've never done a group merge before. Never done that. I've never been interested. I don't want to get banned, honestly. And I kind of like the lone wolf style that I've been kind of going after this whole entire time. Is it secret? Is it safe? I don't know if it's safe, but it's definitely secret. Good to see you, Rage, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. Yeah, so today has been these past 48 hours have been a disaster for my flipping career. Although, things are going in my way, and then I've got these massive losses I'm holding as well. So you know what? Best of both worlds, right? Best of both worlds. Let's go ahead and take a look here. The Dragon Claws are looking pretty decent right now. Might want to try and flip those. Collect the money that we do have and actually cycle it over. Let's do them for... Sounds about right. We'll try and get a few of these. This could be, we could be buying in too high for these actually, but I don't think so. Let's see. Raymond says, is there still a point in hiding hiding items? I think you mean the price. Yes, there is, because the real-time price is not always the most accurate margin that can be listed. Yes, it is more accurate than they used to be, but that still doesn't mean it is extremely accurate, right? So there is still value in hiding margins, especially when you are live flipping on stream. There's definitely a benefit. An investment is something you hold for an extended period of time. Yeah, I'd say an investment is anything you hold for, like, I mean, I like to say like 2 weeks. I think that's the best way to say it. Have you ever heard of a group/clan getting a ban for item manipulation before? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I've never heard of it, but I'm sure it's happened. I mean, Jagex can see all the Grand Exchange trades, so if they see, like, mass buying of an item from a few select players, they probably have a good suspicion. But I honestly don't know how heavy they monitor that stuff. So, it's up to the Jagex team. I am not part of the Jagex's moderation team. When's next EU-friendly stream? Any idea? What's a good time zone for, like, EU? Like, what would be a good time? What would my EU fans, when would they like me to stream? I can't do it during the week. That's the only problem. And, honestly, with, like COVID restrictions ending and stuff like that, like, my weekends have been a little bit off the chain, if you know what I mean. They learned from the We Fight GE days. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I have heard of, like, merchant clans in the past, but not in, like, old school RuneScape, really. I'm sure they exist. I'm sure. 5 p.m. GMT. Okay, so yeah, that's like noon. We used to do that on Saturdays, right? So, yeah, of course I remember those clans. Although I never actually participated in with those clans, because, like, I was too young back then. I didn't really know anything about merching, nor did I really care, to be quite honest. Anyway, we're going to cut back on these Dragon Claws as well. I'm trying to pull enough money together here to maybe get another Twisted Bow going, and I do think we have enough, so... The Twisted Bow, like, I'm just looking at it, and it just looks so juicy. How can I not flip it, man? I think the Twisted Bow will buy relatively fast, but I could be wrong. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the stream today, please drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. And by the way, if you want to join us on Discord, we have a Discord dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. We'd love to have you in there. Link in the description below to that, by the way. Let's try to find another flip with this money we have. These are looking really good, actually. Been a while since I've had a good flip on the Ceratome and God Swords. Well, I wonder why markets are so funky today. They must have announced some update today or something. See how out of the loop I am with old school RuneScape updates? I just expect there to be no content. And honestly, we haven't had any good content in quite some time. In my personal opinion. My 7 mil overnight was because I stumbled upon a crash after a clan probably manipulated Obby shield prices. Well, at least you took advantage of it. That's good to see. We did actually get that Grazi off as well. That one was not for that large of a margin, unfortunately, but we still made money. Oh, is the maintenance. Yeah, that's why. That's why markets are funky. That's why. They had that maintenance. Servers were down for a while. Anytime servers go down for an extended period of time, you're going to have funky flipping situations. Because obviously there's like no volume, or there's extreme low volume for people that can get on, I guess. The mods, I guess, they're buying all their items, you know. No, but there's going to be extremely low volume during those times because no one can trade. So... when things log back on, prices go crazy because everyone's buying stuff again, and it makes for a funky day on the exchange. So, we'll take advantage of that, man. And there's probably an update announced as well, if I had to guess. Okay, we'll try to get this Twisted Bow here. The Scythe was working out pretty well. We just weren't really getting a great margin on it. Like, we were flipping it successfully, but there just was not a lot of money coming in on that. So I think I'm going to try to play the Twisted Bow a bit. We have Rage saying, let's get to 20 likes on YouTube. Guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, definitely drop a like. Really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. 20 likes would be amazing. That has been our goal these past couple of live streams, and we really would appreciate it. The views have been down, boys. I'll be honest. The views have been down. I think less people flipping, less people interested in flipping, I guess. Or my content's just getting worse. That's probably the more likely one, to be quite honest. Also, let's go ahead and we're actually going to do something a little bit riskier, guys, okay? You know what? I'm feeling a little bit bold today. I want to get something going. Let's go ahead and do the Elysian Spirit Shield. Now, if this goes badly, I might cry. You know what I mean? Like, we're already getting destroyed by the Grand Exchange right now. Everything we touch turning to dirt, crashing in our hands. Should we go ahead and try to flip this Elysian Spirit Shield? I don't really know, but I sure as hell am going to try. The Ellie, I think, actually worked out pretty well for us last time. So I'd actually like to give it another shot. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying the stream today, definitely drop a like. And let's make some money today, guys. I mean, we are actually working with less money than we usually do, because I am back holding a lot of stuff. So think about it, right? If I have my cash stack, right, and I'm usually flipping with basically max cash on these streams, now I have 800, like over 850 mil locked up in items. So think about how less effective I can be day to day on the Grand Exchange because of that. So you have to think, am I going to be less effective if I, like, is it worth taking the loss by selling these items right now and just rebuilding and putting more investment into the game and more time into the game to rebuild from the losses? Or should I wait it out, because I'll make about the same amount if I wait it out anyway and just wait for items to recover? I'm kind of in the middle right now because I am extremely over leveraged on the volatile orbs, which is definitely a problem, especially with the volatility that they're seeing right now. It's a little bit scary, so we'll have to see what happens in that regard. Let me know actually in the live chat right now, do you think I will, in the end, on the volatile orbs, do you think I'm going to make money or lose money? Hey, place your bets, guys. Honestly, I'm thinking that I will be patient with them, but my guess is I will probably lose money on the volatile orbs over time. I think I'll take a much a very less how do I say it? A much less of a loss, a much less significant loss, I think is a good way to say it. I think I'll take less of a loss than I'm looking at right now, but at the same time, I don't think I'm going to make profit. Lindor says break even. Appreciate that, man. And Lindor's my man believing in me. Thank goodness. I got someone in chat believing me. 100% loss. PKing is dead. Yeah, it doesn't, PKing, obviously, that will drive demand for the item. But at the same exact time, PKing has been dead for 4 years in RuneScape, and the item has continued to downtrend, but has also had short-term hype runs. On top of that as well, you can't forget that if Nightmare items go up, right, the Volatile Orb will also go up in comparison. Like, they go up in unison because there's just more investment into Nightmare in general, and I don't know why that necessarily happens, but that will affect items that aren't even used. Just look at the example with Theater of Blood these past couple of weeks. Same exact thing happened. Grazi went up, Scythe went up, those things. Like, Scythe is used, Grazi not really as much. Still saw some returns on that as well. Volatile's gonna spike this weekend. I sure hope so, man. I sure hope it does. I sure hope it does. T-Freeze as well, man. Good to see you, T-Freeze. Sitting back, kicking back, waiting to flip some items here today, guys. Being very patient with our flips today, although maybe a little bit too patient. And wow, this Twisted Bow price is just going insane. Like, it's literally gone up. Since we started the stream, it's up about 7 mil. So a lot of volatility in that. Let's see. We could try something like the Avernick Defender Hilt. I'm not crazy about it. I think they take a little bit too long to flip. So maybe we'll move on to some different items as well. Maybe we won't do the Elysian. I'm not really sure about that. It's just a lot of money to lock up in an item. Well, for us, because we don't have enough money to work with today. I'm trying to find some good stuff here. I am seeing some interesting opportunities, but nothing is getting me too excited. A lot of this stuff that I do see having a great margin is stuff that I've tried to flip in the past, and really I just have very low success doing it on these streams. I don't know why. I think it's just a low success in general flipping some of this stuff. The Ceratoma Godsword, though, I actually thought we would be able to flip that, but it doesn't really look like it's buying at the price I wanted to get it at, which is a little bit of a shame, so we'll maybe rotate that up a bit. Javroscope says, could see a surge if they announce a Wildy update sometime soon. I think they've been talking about it for a bit. Has there, yeah, actually, Gyroscope, do you know if there's been any news regarding the Wilderness update? Because they have mentioned that a couple of times on their live streams, but I haven't really heard any significant details about it. And I also heard that it was supposed to come out in early May. Here we are a month later, still not hearing anything about it. It's very typical of the Jagex team, but I was hoping that we'd have something by now. After Group Ironman, if I recall correctly. Interesting. Lots of ideas flowing around about the wild great point. That is true, but at the same time, like, the problem is, Jagex will talk about things, and they'll seem like they're ready, and they have a plan, and they are going to release it soon, but then soon is like 6 months away. Like, think about Temporos, for example. They released it, it needed some reworks, they started reworking on it. They said it was scheduled to release after the rework in October, okay? And I think that's what they said. I think they said it was going to come out in October. And October of 2020, by the way. And it didn't come out until May of this year. I think it was May. Maybe it was before that. Maybe it was like March. Maybe it was like March or something. But even so, March, like, that's like way later than when they told us they were going to release it. So I'm not, blaming the Jagex team. They overestimate when they're going to release content. So I always take their news with a little bit of a grain of salt. Anyway, because it's important. As someone who actively does investments, it's very important to know that the Jagex team usually overestimates their ability, because then you have more time to enter an investment, and you have more time to use your cash than you previously thought. So anyway, it's just like kind of a thought to think about. And this is, Temporos is not the only update where that has been the case. But I mean, if the content's good, can't really complain. Anyway, haven't heard anything significant, but I missed the last few Q&As. Yeah, honestly, I don't really watch the Q&As too much anymore, which I probably should. Let me know if this is an interesting idea, by the way. If I can watch a Q&A, should I watch the Q&A and do a live stream while they're talking about the Q&A and analyze potentially any investments or ideas that I think of that might affect the economy? Now, I really do want to do this. The only problem I see with it is a lot of the live streams that just talk about like things that aren't necessarily related to the economy, which is not great. But I think it would be really fun if, there was one that was about like Grand Exchange related stuff, or like a new update coming out and they live streamed it. I could talk about, items I think that would benefit when that update releases. And I think it would just be an interesting way to show you how I analyze these updates and what I'm looking at when these updates come out, and how you can actually invest yourself and benefit from the situations. It'd be something I'd be interested in putting a little bit more time into. Maybe it's better in a video format. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and maybe swap some stuff around here. Spectral Spirit Shields look okay. Maybe we'll give that a shot. And like I said, like Imbued Hearts, like I'm trying to flip these. I can't get them for anything. Anyway. Gyroscope says, sounds fun. I think it would be interesting. It might be a little bit boring, though. That's the only thing. But flipping is boring to most, so it is important to keep that in mind. If you enjoy flipping, drop a like, man. Okay? Just drop a like. There's not that many of us, There's not that many of us. We're going to go for 5 Spectral Spirit Shields. We'll let those do their thing there. I also want to go ahead and get another item going. We do have 407 mil, so there's plenty of money to work with here. And we're actually going to go back on those Dragon Claws. I mean, we weren't really able to get any of them before, but I think if we cycle back in, we might have some luck here. We might be able to do a limit of them. We can do 7, which is pretty good. We'll let those sit next to the items we're bag holding for eternity, depressingly enough. I am Crookie says, finally got my Rune Dragon ult set up, made 12 mil off it so far. Amazing, dude. That is now, honestly, if I was to recommend anything, it would be to have a flipping ult, right? So you flip on one account, you go play on the other one, whether you're doing Slayer or Vorkath or some moneymaker in the game. And even Rune Dragons, if you'd like something a little bit more AFK, that would be an amazing way. Because the thing with PVM moneymakers is that's consistent money, right? The Grand Exchange, yes, you're going to make money, but sometimes it's like up and down, right? Because I have Volatile Orbs right now, they're crashing on me. I'm losing money right now, but in the long run, I'm making gains on the exchange. With any PVM moneymaker, it's consistent money. Now, the problem with that is it's not always the best money, right? You're spending time, you're making, 1 mil, 2 mil an hour at Rune Dragons or at Vorkath, whatever it is, or 3 mil if you're really efficient. I don't know what, the per hours look like, but at the Grand Exchange, you're always going to get a little bit better, or not always, but most of the time, you're going to get a better return at the exchange just off your money alone with absolutely no skills and very little effort. So while it is good to have a nice little money-making ult on the side, it is always good to leverage the Grand Exchange the most. Still waiting on some of these flips to come through. I'm kind of waiting for the margin on the Scythe to update because currently right now it's not really doing too much. Rage Virus says, make sure to turn off the sidewalk feature on any Amazon products you own. What? What are you talking about? What does that even mean, Rage? Now I'm like, you really intrigued my curiosity, man. Is Amazon spying on me, dude? I mean, they definitely are. That's no doubt about that. Currently at 5.7 mil, guys. The profit has been pretty stale these past few minutes. We actually need to change some stuff around here to try to capitalize on some good profit. Maybe we'll do... I don't really know. Like, what do I really want to flip here? I kind of want to do the Scythe. See if that actually works out. I'm Crookie says, good idea on that. As long as you're comfortable with flipping or you're comfortable starting your flipping journey, I think it's a great idea. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well today. Definitely drop a like if you are. It really helps me out a lot. Also, let me know in the live chat any questions you might have about flipping or money making in old school RuneScape. I'm trying to make gains today. Honestly, we're doing pretty well considering how much money we have, but at the same time, like, I don't think we're absolutely crushing it, right? Considering the margins I'm looking at, I did actually expect to get a little bit more GP per hour at this point. Maybe if I had my full cash stack, though. Ancestral Robe Top showing a really good margin. I don't know if we should try to get that. Yeah, maybe we will try to get that. A network sharing with any network in range should definitely read into it. Ooh, that is... what the frick? That is like some overworld stuff, man. Jeez. I'll give it a look, Rage, for sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the Sanguesti Staves next, guys. Sanguesti Staves looking very, very nice. As long as they hold their margin for us, we're going to be happy. Kluska says, they took away spicy McChickens at my local McDonald's. Yo, okay. What restaurant? Okay, this is obviously a little bit outdated, okay? So we're going a little bit old school today, but which restaurant has the best spicy chicken sandwich? Thoughts? I have my own opinion, but I want to hear from the chat first. Was the game down for maintenance for the full 6 hours? Yeah, I believe it was, man. I believe it was. I don't know. I didn't actually try to log on myself, but I saw people in my Discord group talking about it. Red Robin. Dude, Red Robin, low-key. That place is amazing. I freaking love that place. Chick-fil-A or Popeyes. Mary Brown's. I don't even know what that is. Chick-fil-A, but too expensive. I also like the Chick-fil-A personally. And it's funny because where I live, okay, Chick-fil-A is considered cheap, dude. Okay, I'm not, okay, now obviously that sounds like a flex, okay, it's not a flex. I just live in an area with an extremely high cost of living, and, like, Chick-fil-A is, like, that's, like, considered not expensive, okay? Again, not trying to flex, I'm just saying, the place I live, super high standard, like, cost of living, and it actually sucks. The cost of living actually makes me super upset. Wendy's, okay, Wendy's, nice, Wendy's. Mans must live in Manhattan, New York. I can't tell you where I live, but yeah, I mean, you know, I could live there, maybe not. Raymond's like weird flex. Yeah, definitely an odd flex. He lives in the Hamptons. Yo, if only my in-game gold could go as far in real life. You know what I mean? Bro, stop flexing. Yo, trust me, you don't want me to flex. I do not have good muscles, man. Very bad muscle definition. Anyway, the Twisted Bow is actually coming back down to earth here. It is crashing a little bit. The Scythe is holding pretty consistent, I'd say, on its margin right now. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get one for a 1 mil margin here, but we're actually going to try for maybe like, I would say, it's looking like 800k, potentially. It did buy really quickly, so we should be a little bit concerned about that, but it should be fine. Look at this, man. The only items that have worked for us today are like the Scythe of Return, the Twisted Bow. I feel like it's like this every single stream. We had a little bit of luck on the Arcane Spirit Shields, a little bit of luck on the Grazis, actually a lot of luck on the Grazis, so I'll give it that. But like, we've tried the Dragon Claws twice now, Sanguestes we can't do anything on. Like, we're just having every item besides the Scythe is just like not working out for us, man. We're gonna wait a little bit longer on that Twisted Bow, but I do actually want to try to get back in on one before the price starts going back up again. I think that's going to be a lot of good opportunity behind that. And yeah, we're kind of just sitting back, kicking back, relaxing here. I'm not super happy about the bag holding items that I have currently trying to sell on the exchange, but it is what it is. I want to make sure we put our money into something else as well. Pigeon Boots are looking really good. I don't think this is a real margin, though. I hate to say it. Let me see where those are going. We'll go ahead and list the Pigeon Boots there. Twisted Bow is actually holding pretty steady around 945 mil. I thought they would keep crashing, but doesn't seem to be the case. We still have 448 mil. You know what we could try doing? I bet the Inquisitor right now has a really good margin, so I'm actually going to pull up the price graph here and see if I can maybe get a flip on one of the Inquisitor pieces. Oh, wow, that's a funky graph. Let me see. Doesn't look too bad. I wonder if we'll have enough time to flip it. And we did get the Scythe off. Very nice, taking us to a 6.3 mil profit. Super happy about that profit here, taking that to the stack. I think we're just going to keep flipping that Scythe back and forth. It's not a great margin, but it is making us money today. And honestly, we need something that's going to give us a little bit of a return on what we're currently flipping. Let's go ahead and list the next Scythe for a little bit cheaper than we bought the last one. Try to stretch that margin out just a little bit here. And hopefully this Inquisitor Hallberg actually buys up as well. I don't have a ton of confidence in it just because we don't have that much time left in the stream, but could be enough time to actually get one in and sell it back. But again, don't have my hopes too high in regards to that. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the stream today, definitely drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. Now, I know I'm overdue for the flipping like marathon that I was going to do. I do want to do like a 3-hour flipping session. I'm hoping to do it like during off-peak time so I can show you guys like what absolute bank flipping looks like. That would be my goal, right? So I don't know. I'm still planning it. It means I gotta stay up really late, and the problem is on weekends I'm usually having a drink or two out with some friends, and then if I come back and I'm drinking, like, do you guys really want me to stream? Like, it could be a disaster, man. That's all I'm saying. So the flipping could be a little bit, you know, up to question. We'll put it that way. But anyway, I do want to do that for you guys because I think that'll be a really fun live stream to do, and I could even do a video on it as well. Lindor says that's where the content is at. We've definitely been there in the past, I'll tell you that. Feels bad when you buy in at your sell price because you aren't paying attention. Been there, done that, man. Drunk stream is the best streams. I miss the weekend streams. Dang, bro. People miss the weekend streams. What about... We gotta do another stream where we do like 1 mil profit equals 1 beer. That stream was legendary. Like the 6-hour stream we had, we did it. It's probably about a year ago at this point. But we have to do like 2 mil profit equals 1 beer. Like that would be like, come on, would that not be fun? And then once we get to 10 mil, it's a shot. You gotta take a shot at 10 mil. You know what I mean? So 1 mil equals 1 shot. No, that's too low, dude. Because like, here's the thing: if we were doing like 1 shot equals like 1 mil profit, like I'd already be 6 shots deep, and we're not even an hour in. You know what I mean? Like we gotta make the bar a little bit higher than that. I went and got a beer for the stream, Lamau. I'm gonna pump your items to make you hit the profit goals. That would be terrible. We have done a drunk stream in the past, so we could definitely do it again. I just have to think of a shotgun stream. Dude, I love shotgunning. It's been a while since we've done stuff like that. So yeah, trust me, we're gonna do fun stuff like that. Also, we're gonna do another 24-hour live stream, okay? We're gonna do it around my birthday again, because that was really fun last time we did it, and I've got a different idea than what I did previously for the live stream. So the previous live stream was, the 24-hour stream we did was like flipping for 24 hours, or how much money can I make in 24 hours? Same kind of thing, but it's going to be how much money can I make in 24 hours starting from a new account. So that will be an absolute blast, an absolute journey, but it's a couple months out, so don't get too excited about it quite yet, but I think that's going to be a very fun time. I mean, last 24-hour stream we did was freaking insane, man. Like, you guys were going crazy with the likes, crazy with everything, crazy in the chat, whatever the case may be. But I really enjoyed that, and I do want to do it again. And I mean, it's just such a feat. Like, streaming 24 hours straight, woo-wee. It's not for everyone, I'll tell you that. And look, we can't even get the Pegations going again. Like, I don't know what is going on here, man. Just like nothing we're really hitting today is working out too well for us. I'm going to check out the Scythe graph here. Looking relatively stable. The Scythe has actually been trading extremely stable these past few days, which is interesting. I wonder what that means. Ryan says, okay, I sold some of my bank for 14 mil. I'm ready to learn. Ryan, I highly suggest you go to my channel and check out the, if you're new to flipping, watch this video that I have, because that video is going to give you the best overlay of how flipping actually works. And somehow that video just like exploded. Like I uploaded it and then all of a sudden it's getting like a ton of views. So I don't really know what happened, but it's got like 5,000 views or something. Rage says, I remember waking up and watching, going to work, finishing work, then eating dinner, and you were still going. Legendary status. Yeah, that was crazy. I actually want to do a 48-hour one, believe it or not. But I don't think I'm actually going to do it. Like, that's like 48 hours. Like, 24 was crazy enough. I can't imagine 48. But I think I actually could do it. Because, like, I actually got through the 24-hour stream, and I still had some energy left. Although I was, like, delirious. So, that's important to remember. I'm so mad we don't have the clips from that, too. So sad. 48 would be brutal. But imagine the gains, man. Imagine the gains. Flipping on 4 accounts for 24... Or flipping on 4 accounts for 48 hours. The gains, dude. 32 to 36 is when I start to feel it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever stayed up over 24 hours. I think actually the first time I've stayed up 24 hours straight ever in my life was literally that live stream. I don't think I've ever done it before. But hey, when you want some views, you'll do it for the views, man. Anyway, guys, I think we're just going to wrap it up here today. Not a lot of action on the exchange today. I'm in a bad mood because I'm bag holding these items, and I need to stop being so salty about it, okay? I made a mistake. I got to live and learn from the mistake. Anyway, we did cap off with a 6.3 mil profit today, which is actually pretty good considering we're working with about half the money that we usually do. Most of our profit came from the twisted bows right off the bat in the beginning. We made about 1.5 mil per twisted bow, which is really, really nice. Also, we flipped 3 scythes for a 2 mil total profit as well. Definitely happy about that. And we had 3 Grazis go for 840k total profit. Pretty nice there too. 365k on Arcane Spirit Shields. Honestly, I think I'm going to stop flipping Arcane Spirit Shields actively because, like, it's too much money invested for the margins I've been getting on them lately. So, probably go away from those in the future here. Anyway, very few items we flipped today. Not a lot of action on our buy prices. But anyway, drop a like if you enjoyed. Drop a like if you feel bad for me for bag holding these items. I made a mistake, and it's definitely going to hurt me here these next couple of days. Have a good night, says Rage. Thank you, Rage. Do appreciate that. Kluska saying, cheers, boss. Prayer for the volley orbs. Yes. Sarah Doman, please save me on those. Would you ever do longer live streams? Yes, I just can't really do them ever. Like, I don't really have time to do them. That's the problem in my life. Anyway. Dump it and sell and remake it to show us how you recover. I could. I don't really want to do that, though. Gyroscope says, have a good one. Thank you, Gyroscope, man. Do appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all